everybody, how are you doing today? Yes, you have seen correctly, this is my first ever sponsored video or video in a partnership with a company, and the company is called L&Q, and what they are is a housing association. And in case you do not know what that is, a housing association basically sells apartments and houses to people. And it's actually very likely that you're watching this video or my videos in general because at some point in your life you are thinking about buying an apartment or a house in London, just like me. But we all know this is very expensive, so luckily L&Q offer a scheme that can help us buy our first apartment or house here in London. So let's have a look at my top 3 areas, my personal favorites where I would want to permanently live and buy a property here in London, and then at the end I will tell you how it all works. So there are probably quite a few areas in London that I would want to live in, but I thought today I'll talk about the top 3 areas that I actually know really well because I go there pretty much every day. So the first one is Camden, Camden Town. I live in Camden Town. I think I mentioned it in a few of my older videos. I love it here very much. I spent about 2 years of my life here already, and for now I'm probably looking to stay. I love the buzz, I love how close it is to central London. I love Camden Market, and I love the graffiti and creative vibe of the area. And you might think, oh, Camden is not for me because it's a bit rough and I don't really like rock and roll. Trust me, I don't like rock and roll either. It's not rough, it's creative, and I still feel at home even though I'm not a, a hardcore rock and roller. So yeah, Camden is definitely my #1 favorite. The next area I probably know quite well is Old Street. That is because I commute there every day for work. I arrive in Old Street every single morning, and what I love about it is that it's very busy and it's incredibly buzzing, and people come there to work but also I guess to experience local tiny pop-ups and food shops and breakfast places. There are a lot of beautiful breakfast places around for you to have your coffee or your croissant in the morning, and yeah, it's really buzzing. It's incredibly well connected, which I very much like. Plus it has very great nightlife, which I find very exciting as well. For example, in Old Street Station in the tube there is actually a nightclub in the middle of the tube station. It's kind of like surrounded by a roundabout, and in the middle there is a nightclub, so that is just perfect. And they play really good music. It's outdoors and indoors, and like now in winter it's heated, so I very much recommend going there. But overall, Old Street, the area, the buzzing vibes and the pop-ups, that is my second favorite. And then the third area that I do know fairly well in London is Shoreditch. That is very close to Old Street, but it's even further east, and I do spend a lot of time there because my office is between Old Street and Shoreditch. So for lunch we very often go to Shoreditch. I have explored quite a few areas there and I do really like it. There are a few highlights which I want to mention. One of them is Box Park. Box Park is pretty much a kind of food and shopping hub created from shipping containers. So you go inside, you can discover delicious foods, you can discover tiny pop-ups again, and yeah, I haven't seen anything like this before. They just opened a new Box Park in Croydon in South London as well, but this is the original one, and yeah, it's really quite quirky. It's also a little bit hipster. There's quite a few graffitis around as well, so yeah, if you're a little bit hipster you might feel very welcome there, but also if you're not, I'm sure. And then there is also Spitalfields Market. Spitalfields Market is also in Shoreditch. It's great for shopping and food, and when I say shopping I mean particularly clothing. They have a lot of real leather fabricants there, so people that kind of sell homemade leather goods, but also the food, so you can try loads of different variations from food from all around the world. You can go for lunch like I said, and yeah, it will never get boring. It's one of my favorite markets in London. And actually if you go further east into deep Shoreditch you will arrive in Brick Lane, and Brick Lane is one of the most vibrant streets in the whole of London. It's known for its Indian food, which is delicious, but also for its party and nightlife, and I very much recommend going there. I had some great times in Brick Lane and Shoreditch, so yeah, this is my third area. So as I said in the beginning, you and I were probably dreaming about owning a property here in London, either in one of these 3 beautiful areas or in any other area in this city, but it is very expensive. So what L&Q offer, the company that I'm working with, is a scheme called shared ownership. Basically what it means is you will buy 25% of your chosen property and you will pay rent on the other 75%. And then as soon as you have more money, because maybe you have a new job or better salary, you will buy more of of your property and you will pay less rent. And this is how it goes over the years until you're eventually able to afford the whole property. And this is a scheme to help people who buy for the first time in their life. And I find it quite exciting. I'm gonna have to be honest, as a German, I did never really think about buying a property in London because Germans are quite happy renting. But since I found out about this, I'm actually quite a bit excited. I am definitely gonna have a look. I put the link for you guys down below so you can check it out as well. You can ask them loads of questions, you know, and I hope it will help you. Let me know if this maybe made you, you know, think about buying a property in London. It's super exciting, and I think that is it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I put out videos every week, most of the time. Sometimes I'm very busy, but it's normally every Thursday at 4 p.m. And please subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. I'm probably most active on Instagram. Oh my god. And I think that's it. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.